All right, welcome back. So now we're going to take a look at chord quality. And as explained in the introductory video, the ability to tell if a chord is major, minor, diminished, and augmented is what we call chord quality. Now, not only augmented, but any chord, sevenths, ninths, 13ths, all of that stuff. You've always wondered how people are able to hear these chords and just tell what it is. Well, it takes practice, and the app is perfect for this. So let's take a look at chord quality. Once you click on it, as always, you get to the settings screen. Let's talk about the different options you have here. So note direction, we talked about that in the previous video. Ascending and descending. And so ascending or descending is based on the chord being played broken. So if I'm playing a C major chord broken, I can play it ascending like that or descending. So that's what note direction means. Play mode, again, blocked or broken. So we're going to play the chord broken or we're going to play the chord blocked. As always, you want to be able, the ultimate goal is to be able to hear in either mode and tell what it is. So you'd start with the mode that is most easier for you at first. The default we have set, I believe, is broken, but you can change that again from here. Chord quality is where you get to select the type of chords you want to quiz. So if I click here, you see major, minor, diminished, suspended 4, augmented, major 7, minor 7, diminished 7, augmented 7, minor 7, flat 5, and the dominant 7. So you can, right now the default checked chords is just major and minor. So you start there if you're a beginner, and then as you get better, you say, all right, now I'm going to add diminished to the list. Now I'm going to add suspension 4 to the list. Now I'm going to add augmented to the list, and so on. Or you can say, I'm going to remove major and minor because I'm good with those. Let's focus on these other chord qualities that I'm not so good at. So you get to isolate the different types of exercises and chords that's being quizzed, right? Then let's go back. Below that, we have the speed, which again determines how fast the chord is played. And this is primarily as it relates to broken chord. Do you want it played slowly or more fast? So you can play around with that. Timer, question, and multiple attempts is the same function as in the previous videos or the previous categories. Let's click on start. Interval training looks like that. So as we said, because we only have minor and major selected, those are the two chords that are going to be asked in this. So it's being played broken. Pam, pam, pam. That's minor. Now, how did I know it's minor? How do I know it's minor? Now, this is where theory is important. And if you don't have any theory knowledge of the makeup of different chord, you should definitely dive into some of my courses that talks about that. I have a lot of course that deals with chord qualities right here in the program. So in a minor triad, if we take C minor, for example, right here, I like to think of the minor triad as 2 sets of intervals. You can think about it as 3 sets of intervals, but I think it's easier to think about it as 2 sets of intervals. 2 intervals stacked on top of each other. So from the C to the E flat, we have 1 interval. From the E flat to the G, we have the second interval. The first interval is a minor third. Da, 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 da. And so that's the first thing you want to establish. Is it a minor third or is it a major third? A major third, da, da. Minor third, da, da. So that's what you're listening for. Then you're listening for the second interval, da, 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 da. The second interval is a major third. So a minor triad is made up of a minor third and a major third. And so when the chord's being played broken, that's what you're listening for. The interval it make up from note 1 to note 2 and from note 2 to note 3. In addition to that, listen to the overall quality of the chord. What I like to use for minor chord is sadness, gloomy, gray, right? bleak. Those sort of descriptive terms is what I listen for, that mood. Am I getting that from the chord? Now, you can come up with your own sets of descriptive terms, but if you want to use mine, you can. Those are what I've been using for over the years. Whenever I hear a minor triad, it gives me that mood. And so in addition to the intervallic makeup, I use the mood to help get me closer to the chord quality. So we're going to select minor here and submit. And you can see it's correct. And again, it's just going to be minor and major at this one. Another minor. Let's try another one. Another minor. So if you're going through the, oh, I just clicked major. And you see the app told me it's wrong, so it's minor. Now if you're going through this and you're nailing it, you can tell your minor and major completely, then you have a few options. You can mess around with the direction of the note. So let's go descending, and then let's hear. Still minor, but I could tell it's descending. So if you're comfortable with the ascending, change it to descending and see how well you do. If you nail that, change it to blocked. If you nail that, then you might want to start adding more chords. So let's say we're going to add diminish to the mix now, and you see diminish pop up here. So this is how you can use the app, again, to quiz yourself. And this is what interval training is about. In the next lesson, we're going to take a look at baseline training. Stay tuned.